Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's time for another edition of Big Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat, where we talk Boston sports as highlights from the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and New England Patriots. Acquisitions or trades or call-ups or whatever it has to do with Boston sports or sports all over the country. And now here is the man that will bring you the sports reports himself, the master of sports shenanigans, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. This is episode 2131. Today is March 30, 2025, 10:02 p.m. We are in the last days of March of 2025. We're getting ready to go into April. As you know, next week, a week from tomorrow, I'll be on vacation. Once again, relaxing and chilling. I'll do more videos on here. Gives me a lot of time to do all that. I've been working very hard and bringing you new thumbnails. I thought the thumbnails I had were not as adequate, and so I decided to really wrench it up because of the fact that I'm also debuting new segments to the show, like Lima Don't Play That. That's going to come soon. I'll explain how that is when we get to the first episode. Also, Real Shenanigans on Film. Real is R-E-E-L. We're talking about movies I've seen. I want to try to get out of my list of movies I've seen over the years of my life, especially the last 30 years since getting hired at working. And also, I may be debuting a new Flash game show play pretty soon. Strike It Rich, while I do battle against that rotten bandit. So, be on the lookout for that as well. So, kind of looking forward to see what April has in store, as we're, like I said, March is almost over, folks. And I will be giving my shenanigan statements of the statesman about that. About this very month. So now this month went. So, but the good news is, though, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the 11th edition of Big Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat. I'm doing tonight. Now, why is that? Because baseball season is back. Yeah, baseball season is back. On the attack, cutting no slack, don't get out of whack, Jack, that's for sure. Before we get to the baseball season, we're going to talk about how our New England sports teams are doing. Excuse me. Let's start with the New England Patriots. They've been going through an overhaul of signing free agents up left and right. And they're signing possibly key free agents that could really make the difference in the Patriots, especially the defense. And as you know, the biggest key free agent was Mike Vrabel, who is now their head coach. That's right. Mike Vrabel has been named the Patriots head coach. They signed him to a deal, so we know how he did. We know how well he did in Tennessee with the Titans. Let's see if he can do it with his with the team that he basically played for over the years. So. And also, the biggest move they made this offseason so far, they made some pretty decent moves to shore up the defense. The biggest move they made in the offseason was the acquisition of Stephon Diggs. They signed him to a 3-year, $69 million deal, the wide receiver. And I got to say, I got a bone to pick with Stephen A. Smith about disrespecting Drake May. Listen, Drake May is young. Maybe Stephon Diggs will help him out to be one of the best quarterbacks ever. Sometimes the Patriots are a team, and that's what the main thing is. There's no I in team. But I think Stephon Diggs, he's looking forward to playing with Drake May. So I don't know what Stephen A. Smith's getting off. Thinking, you go from Josh Allen to C.J. Stroud to Drake May. Are you kidding me? C.J. Stroud and Drake May. Are you kidding? Stephen A. Smith, give the kid some time. Give Drake May some time. Give him a chance, man. Don't be dissing him, man. Listen, Stephon Diggs, he signed. He wanted to work with the Patriots. He wanted to play for the Patriots. You sign him. He sees the legacy. Robert Kraft's showing him around. Mike Vrabel gave him a hug. And I'll tell you one thing. I think the Patriots may have a good season coming. So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. So like I said, they signed a lot of key players, and in the off season, we'll see what they can do. I think they want to shore up the offense with the draft, and they want to go young on the offense. So that's understandable, though. So it's something to. And okay. Mm, mm, mm. You know, and mm. So there's that. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics. They just recently beat the Spurs yesterday, 121-11. Then the next game is tomorrow against the Grizzlies. So right now in the standings, the Celtics are in second place by 4.5 at 55 and 19, while the Cavaliers at 60 and 15. And let's see who has the best. Who has the best record right now? It's the Oklahoma City Thunder, best record in the NBA at 62 and 12. So that's a huge deal. And the Boston Bruins, let's talk about them a little bit. They're struggling, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. If you think about it, they just lost to the Red Wings 2-1, and so what their standings are at right now, they're in 7th place in the Atlantic Division, and I think, yeah, they're at 30 and 35, and the Penguins and Flyers have 30 wins, same thing, but but they do have 69 points. I don't know how many points they need to make the playoffs to make that final spot. So no, 6, 7. I don't know how they make the playoffs. How they do 8 teams. Well, I don't know if it's a 16 team or 8 teams, but I'm sure they're trying to make the playoffs. But 30 and 35, the record this season, 75 games. I think they have about 7 games left. I think so. We'll see what the Bruins have. The Bruins. So the Bruins have. Let's see. All right. So the Bruins have. They're playing against the Capitals Tuesday. Then they got Thursday against the Canadiens. Saturday against the Hurricanes at home. Then they got the Sabres, and then the Devils, the Bruins, the Penguins, and I think the last game of the regular season will be against New Jersey. I'm gonna check the schedule. Yep. So yeah, New Jersey Devils will be the last game of April. That means May and June will be playoff time. Come playoff time, if the Bruins if the Bruins get a winning streak going, they may end up making the playoffs. If not, it'll be the first time in 9 years they've missed the playoffs. I mean, that's a huge deal. I mean, you're talking about that. I mean, them and the Celtics really stepped it up for New England sports in the 2020s because Tom Brady leaves, the Patriots fall flat. The Red Sox, have also fell flat. But speaking of the Red Sox, let's talk about them. Let's talk about them, and that's mainly one of the reasons why I've brought back Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat, the 11th edition, mind you, and episode 2131 of Berkeley Shenanigans, 1977. Well, they opened up the season against the Texas Rangers. As you know, the Red Sox did pick up third baseman Alex Bregman. He was the thing here is that but the Red Sox won the first game. The Red Sox won the first game of the regular season. Then they proceeded to lose the next 3 against Texas, and I believe Rafael Devers went 0 for 16 with 12 strikeouts to start off the season. That's the first time anybody has started that in the first 4 games in Major League history. And that's not a good thing. And a lot of people are upset about this because, yeah, it's understandable to be upset because Red Sox paid him a lot of money because they know the kid can hit. They know the guy can hit and all that. He's like many people touted him to be the next David Ortiz. Listen, it's a struggle. I mean, a lot of people, listen, I can easily upset and say, hey, the Red Sox paid you this amount of money. Why aren't you hitting the ball? A lot of people are making jokes about him not wanting to DH but play third base. But he struggled on defense at third base. Hence why the Red Sox went out and got Alex Bregman, I believe. And so, Raphael's going to understand, hey, if you can't field like you used to anymore, you're going to have to do something, And I'm sure Raphael understands I'll do whatever it takes to help the team win. I'll DH, no problem. He's been struggling to get out of the box for that. But many people saying that, he has not played a lot of spring training games. He's too busy pouting about not being able to play third, but DH and all this good stuff. I think the media has gotten inside Rafael Devers' head. I personally believe that's the case, and Rafael Devers is allowing that to happen. If I were Rafael Devers, I would block out what the media says, block out what everybody says, block out the noise, and try to play baseball. Try to hit. Try your best. And there was a couple picks in the dugout where when the Red Sox lost yesterday, Rafael Devers was sitting in the dugout by himself. And then this time when they lost today, because they lost today 3-2, Jason Varitek went over to console him or comfort him. I'll try to speak to him and just, I think Rafael Devers and plus he's got to learn the English language, man. Listen, no, I'm not here to offend anybody or anything like that, but I think he understands a lot more people because, he can understand, communicate with his teammates better and all that, and his manager. And I know Alex Cora can speak Spanish. I think like people like Jason Varitek. Hope he understood what Varitek's trying to tell him. That's what I'm hoping. But other than that, Rafael Devers. But a lot of people are getting on this poor guy's case. Rafael coming around once he gets going. Once he did have a walk on his last at bat in today's game. So that shows that, okay, I think he's learning how to be patient at the plate. He's learning, now if he can get that plate discipline down pat, I think, and probably change his stance up a little bit. He's got to change something. Work on something, make some adjustments, and I think that's very important. But once Rafael gets going, I think everybody will get going, right now the two people are hitting Wilyer Abreu and the rookie Christian Campbell, who hit his first Major League home run yesterday, and also got his first Major League hit, too, so that was a huge deal. So, Wilyer Abreu hit 2 home runs in the opening day against the Rangers. So, like I said, Rafael Devers, about Rafi, I believe he's going to be okay. Is that we're all going to have to be patient with him. And that's what I'm trying to get at here. Maybe, I know he's been in the States for quite a while, too. But I'm sure, it doesn't hurt to learn English to really communicate with your teammates and your coaches and everything else. If you don't understand, I know he's got an interpreter, which is good, but I think, when Rafael Devers, concerned about him, hope he's going to be okay. I know it's like, you're paid over $300 million for your contract, and you start off 0-16 with 12 strikeouts. I know that's not acceptable, but y'all need to be patient with Rafael Devers. I know we need to be patient. The season just started out, 4 games in. I can understand you can't stand it. We know we can't stand the Yankees. I know Yankees hit 9 home runs against their former team. And they roughed up their former teammate Nestor Cortez, who was playing for Milwaukee. They won that game 20-9. The Yankees' offense is good, But, here's the good thing about the Red Sox. If you check out the scores, let me check out the scores for just a second here. Let me check out the scores here, if you don't mind. Just a second here. All right. They lost All right, give me. Okay. Listen. They won the first game by 3, and they lost the next game by 3. And the final 2 games of that 4-game series, they only lost by 1 run. That means the pitching's pretty good and decent. The bullpen's been pretty good and decent. Is that even though the Rangers got the lead, the problem is also, according to what Lou Maloney just said, 1 for 24 with men in scoring position. That's going to change. That is not acceptable. So, and they're going up against a very hot Baltimore Orioles team. They've been very tough. They're the defending American League East champs, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or is it the Yankees? I forget. All I know is that the Orioles are very, very tough, and we shall see what happens when they play against them in Baltimore. And then the Red Sox got a 3-game series against St. Louis at home over the weekend, Fenway home opener, and then you got Toronto rolling in. Speaking of the Red Sox, I'm going to find out if they're bringing out their yearbook or not. I better check for that. So that is it for Big Beefy E's Boston Ballers Beat, episode 11, episode 2131 of the show. Thank you for tuning in. So we got tomorrow, we got Tic-Tac-Toe on the final Martindale Monday of March 2025. We got Monday Night Raw. We're going to be live reacting at 3 o'clock. Be here. If you no, not be here. On Brandon Martin's channel, be there on the live chat. And we'll talk about Monday Night Raw emanating from London, England, the O2. We will. I think this will be the last leg of the European tour until they go back to the States, and until they go back to the States and do the thing and get ready for WrestleMania. And also, let's see what else is there. And possibly after Raw is over, I'll probably debut my new segments. Who knows? So, totally excited about that. We shall see what happens. So, like I said, a week from tomorrow, I'll be on vacation, but not on vacation from this. I'll be doing my videos. I'll probably do my new segments next week. Who knows? So, I'm trying to get new thumbnails up for you guys, and because, like I said, the thumbnails I had were not as adequate enough. So, I'm totally excited about that. So, that's it. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode on the episode of the show. Episode 2131 of Berkeley, Shenanigans, 1977. Big Beefy East Boston Ballers Beat. Episode number 11. Raphael Devers, we believe in you. You can do it. All right? We know you can break out of this slump. Maybe some home cookies, what Raphael needs. Going to Fenway, probably going back home to Fenway, probably what he needs. I'm sure the fans will probably motivate him. Hopefully they don't boo him out of the building. And I'm sure the Red Sox fans will welcome Alex Bregman. So, if Devers and Bregman can get going, I think we'll be all right. I believe the Sox will be all right. Who knows? So, that's it. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.